waiting for the comms. While I wait for that, nav 1 is coming on. I'm gonna hear that. Okay. And is there any problem just to go straight over to the, I want to set the radios, or can I jump straight over to the nearest tower, just leave it on there for later?
Yeah, you can leave it, yeah.
Saves me next time looking at
it. Yeah, sure.
Transponder test. Yeah, ATIS obtained. Okay, so let me just check the frequencies. 134225, check. Ground is 121.6, check. 128.5, check. Okay. Let's do ATIS. Get ready.
Information November, time 1050 Zulu, wind 090 at 4, visibility 4, smoke, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 23, altimeter 3006. RNAV approach and use sliding and departing runway 5. Use caution for bird and other wildlife on and in the vicinity of the airport. Use caution multiple cranes within the vicinity of Naples Airport at or below 239 feet AGL. Hazardous weather information for Southwest Florida available on flight service frequencies. Advise you have information November. Naples Tower, information November, time 1050 Zulu, wind 090 at 4, visibility 4, smoke, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 23, altimeter 3006. RNAV approach and use sliding and departing runway 5. Use caution for bird and other wildlife on and in the vicinity of the airport. Use caution multiple cranes within the vicinity of Naples Airport at or below 239 feet AGL. Hazardous weather information for Southwest Florida available on flight service frequencies. Advise you have information November.
Is that okay?
Cross 5,
yeah.
Naples ground, good morning, proceed via Alpha.
Proceed via Alpha.
So,
hold it short
in VFR conditions would be visibility 3 miles, at least 3 miles of visibility.
Yep.
Yep. In this case we have 4, which is not too much above the minimum limit.
Yep.
So that's why it's called marginal. It's still VFR, however, it's marginal. Now, obviously the visibility, if you're looking around, is a lot more, but because of that smoke at the time when they created the 80s, you know, it looked like we might have less visibility. However, it looks pretty good right now. In normal situation, if the visibility would be really 4 nautical miles, we would not be flying. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good. And then she said hazardous check NOTAMs. Is that a red flag to check your NOTAMs?
No, you always have NOTAMs. There are always going to be NOTAMs.
I checked them this morning, but I didn't see anything, you know.
No, nothing. Navigation, so yeah, measuring it, yeah. No, we're good to go.
Okay.
But that's normal. You always have to check the NOTAM, so yeah.
ATIS obtained, altimeter set. So let's set the altimeter 3006.
Yes, sir.
Uh, 2, 4. Airspeed 100. Don't have it on this. Runway heading bug set. I'll just set it now. That is set. Okay, I think we're good to go. There's a nice jet in front of us.
Yes, sir. We just want to stay clear of that.
Okay.
House 5 truck, tower, proceed on to runway 5, full length cross 14.
Just gonna go slow.
Sure. Now have you checked your brakes?
I have checked my brakes.
Okay, let me check my brakes also. We always have to check them both, okay? As soon as possible after.
Okay.
My brakes are working, okay, good, back to 1000 RPM. And you have controls?
I have controls.
You're ready, yep.
So as I'm turning, I'm just checking these indicators. We're going to get towards this line.
Yep.
Do I need to hold short of this line before I make the call or not necessarily?
No, this line is not important. This line is just, to guide people, towards the exit. You don't have to be on it. You can be wherever you want in this area as long as you're not blocking the exit.
Okay. I can see the tower. Just double check I've gone through everything. Heading bug check, 33, 32. This is off still about quite a bit.
Well, it's 330, this is 323, 7 degrees is not crazy amount. Yeah, we can.
Not a bit, let's go. Okay. So I'm just going to request taxi to runway 5. So that I'll just run through my head.
Naples ground FPL 37 fuel truck, just need to reposition at Rexo to the other entrance.
FPL 37 ground, proceed via Bravo.
Via Bravo, thank you, FPL 37.
Naples ground air center 20, requesting taxi for Touch and Gos with information November.
Air center 20, Naples ground, runway 5, taxi via Alpha, cross 14.
Runway 5, taxi via Alpha, cross 14, air center 20.
There you go. Nice and easy.
Checking right. Checking left.
That background noise of the... it's killing me. Do you hear it or is it just me?
Yeah, the mosquito.
Yeah, it sounds like a mosquito.
Is that the wind on your mic or?
No, it's electricity somehow, there's like
okay.
the charge. So
Checking left, checking right. Checking right. Checking left. That's nice.
yep.
Checking left, checking right over the runway. The brakes a little bit. Gonna go into this runway, turn around. Not runway.
Run up
Run
area.
up area. Run. Not a busy day, so I won't go to the full end.
Okay.
Makes my turn a bit easier a bit later.
Cool.
Okay.
Now, whenever you're stopped, try to keep RPM to 1000. Make that as a habit, even if the checklist doesn't tell you. I mean, the checklist is gonna tell you either way, but you know, like you want to make that as a habit.
Hello, ground. FBO 37 fuel truck. Rexair back to GA.
FBO 37 ground, C via Bravo Delta, North Perimeter Road, Alpha.
1000
Delta,
check.
North
Fuel
Perimeter
select
Road,
to change to
FBO
fullest
37.
tank.
Thank you.
So fuel pump on. 1, 2. Change to fullest tank. Fuel pump off. Check run up area is clear. Then we're going to do the checklist. Check, check. Okay, mixture full rich. Throttle up to 2000. Temps and pressures. Green, green. I don't see any warning lights anywhere. Carb heat. Put that, test it. Check the RPM. At a 20, or a bit more than 20, 20 plus 50 drop. Mags left, right, both. So mags over to the right. We drop down to 40, 50. And then over to the left, 40, 30, 20, 30. Okay, it's similar. That's within the range. Throttle back to idle. We're looking for this to go in the yellow. Okay, it didn't drop too much, back up to 1000. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Mixture leaned. Radios set. I'm going to set that to tower now. Instruments check. No warning lights. Everything seems okay. Seatbelts are on. Set. Rudder and stabilizer set. Flight controls are full and free. Check. Captain's briefing, radios, and door windows. So in case of an emergency before takeoff with available runway, we're going to cut the throttle, hit the brakes, and depart the runway as soon as possible. After rotation with available runway, we're going to land, hit the throttle off, and
throttle off. Please get used to the correct movement.
Off.
Because in emergency you won't have time to think. You're going to react.
Off. Brakes, and we're going to depart the runway. After takeoff, after rotation with no available runway under 1000, we're going to look for somewhere straight ahead, not left or right more than 30 degrees to land. After rotation with engine failure, above 1000, we're going to look to land on any available airstrip. Do you have any questions?
No questions. No.
Radio set to tower. Doors and windows. I'll get my door. You get your. I'll get my window. You get your door. Okay. So before takeoff, we done this. Takeoff time 7:41. Fuel pump on. Mixture full rich. Landing lights off, nav light off, strobe light on, anti-collision on, transponder set, departure clearance obtained, not yet, and then we're going to go into takeoff.
Cool.
So I'm just going to get out of that, go out of that, set that. Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
Maybe add a little bit of power and keep it in there instead of keep on doing this.
Okay.
And back to 1000 every time we stop. Back to 1000. Create that habit. It's otherwise going to destroy your alternator.
Okay. Now, do I need to tell them touch and goes because I already told ground?
You already told ground.
And they talk together?
Yeah.
Okay. Naples Tower Air Center 20, holding short runway 5 at Alpha, ready for departure.
Air Center 20, Naples Tower, make left traffic, runway 5, clear for takeoff.
Runway 5, left traffic, Air Center 20.
Clear for takeoff. That's what you have to repeat.
Clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, Air Center 20.
Okay, so put the power in one place.
Don't play with it.
There we go. Now, are you holding the brakes back or no?
No.
No? Okay. Now we can start turning. There you go. All the way in. No point to wait. No time to waste now. Full.
Full.
Okay.
Okay, airspeed is alive. Temps in the green. 50. 55, 60, beginning rotation. Checking the windsock. Airspeed. Okay. Correcting to the right. .77, good climb. Around us. I'm gonna drop the nose a little bit because they're a little bit slow.
Okay.
300 feet. Heading okay. I can see the buildings. .500 feet. And he cleared us for left turn.
Far? Yep.
600. Good rate of climb. Good speed. 700, beginning left turn. And what am I checking? The 20 degrees bank. Maintain climb. Looking back. Okay, leveling off. Not leveling off, straightening out. Climbing to 1000. Good rate of climb, good speed. 1000, leveling out. Bringing RPMs back to 2-3. Okay, turning left. Into my downwind. A bit steep. Altitude is maintaining. Altitude is maintaining. And I'm going to level off there at 228. I'll correct
So
that a little bit.
230, yeah, that's pretty good. Now, if there would be no wind, this would be perfect to keep you parallel to the runway.
There's a slight crosswind coming
from
this direction,
From the...
90 degrees.
So it's coming from the left or from the right?
I get confused now when I'm changed my direction, but
it is coming from the left.
Coming from the left.
Okay, so that's good. That's perfectly fine. You see, that's why you're staying parallel right now, because that diamond, you're keeping it on 230 right now.
Okay.
So the diamond is on 230. That means you're staying parallel to the runway. Now check your altitude, check your speed.
Altitude climbing.
Engine instruments.
Air Center 20, runway 5, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Air Center 20. So we're midway. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. Airspeed is okay, altitude is okay. Everything feels okay. I think we're getting a little bit closer.
Yep, very good. Yep.
Okay, we're just to beam the 1,000 footers, so I'm going to configure to 1,800. And oops, a bit much.
Don't worry too much about it.
Flaps 1. Push down a little bit. So now we want to maintain a steady descent. Zoom out a little bit, look for traffic. Okay. Our climb, drop a bit more. Okay, we're almost at 45 degrees. A little bit more. I don't want to make it too tight. Okay, we're at 45 degrees. I'm going to turn in at a standard rate. I'm going to drop the next set of flaps. Keep my nose down. And there's just a slight bit of mist or something, smoke over the runway.
Yes, it's just between us, but as we're going to get lower. Yeah, it's some smoke.
Turn a little bit more. Okay.
But we can still see the runway, yeah?
I can still see the runway.
I can see it too.
Means we're looking at the same thing, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, maintaining our descent. Speed is 75. And I'm going to begin my turn in now so I have a bit of time. Trying not to climb.
You don't want to turn it too early either, you know, because now if you have wind pushing you, you're gonna undershoot a lot.
Okay. Is this okay or?
Yeah, just keep it smooth, yeah.
Feeling a bit more of a wind, even though it's slight. Altitude looks good on the lights.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
Okay, I think I can make the runway, so I'm going to go full flaps.
Okay.
Maintain the heading. Trying to keep number 5 in my sight. I feel I'm a little bit high.
Okay.
Honest. I'm going to come down. I'm going to cut power a little bit. I'm a little bit low, so I'm going to add a little bit of power. I'm going to try to get into ground effect. I'm going to walk out power slowly, and I'm going to pull.
Not that much. You have to do it smoothly.
Sorry, that was too early, huh? Flaps down.
So that's what happened. Go ahead.
Full power, speed at 60, beginning takeoff, rotation.
Right rudder, keep that right rudder in there. Right, because you know it's more important to use right rudder close to the ground because you don't want to bank the plane and risk striking with the right wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt I was a little bit fast.
You weren't fast.
I wasn't fast. Okay.
It wasn't fast. You had plenty of runway to lose that energy in front of you. But however, when you got in ground effect, you applied a little bit too much correction. Then we ballooned and we came back, and then you didn't apply any correction anymore.
Okay.
So.
And when does that balloon become like we need to go around? Like
if that balloon is quite high and well, I can't tell you.
Information offer is current altimeter is 3007.
No, it's not for you. It's for everybody. But you can still use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that balloon depends.
Alpha proceed via Charlie hold short of taxiway Alpha.
Depends on the situation. Let's stay on 050 until we're climbing. We got
00. It's nice. I have to think a bit more when you're not instructing, the...
Well, I'm trying not to, because, at the end of the day, you have to fly by yourself, right?
Right.
And you have to make these decisions.
Right.
It depends on the intensity of the ballooning. If I would, if I balloon too high, definitely I would go around, because after that you lose a lot of energy, especially if you're power out. So then you're gonna slam. So that's very dangerous. I would go around.
Okay, beginning downwind. Probably dropping a little bit. Climbing a little bit. Try and settle the plane on 2-3 now. I'm flying at 2-1, but the wind is correcting me a little bit. And I'm pushing forward a little bit, so I want to not fight the trim so much.
Okay, good. You shouldn't be fighting the plane.
Feels a bit better.
Or better yet, no, the plane shouldn't be fighting you.
Okay, I've climbed a bit.
Now
so
we corrected a little bit too much for the wind, so crosswind correction. We just want to just want to do just enough to keep us parallel, our track parallel to the runway. Now, what do you think? You're a bit high, you're a bit fast. There you go.
I've not heard anything from tower, so...
So you call him then.
So requesting touch and goes.
No, just tell him your position. Left downwind.
Naples Tower, Air Center 20, left downwind.
Air Center 20, runway 5, clear, touch and go.
Runway 5, clear, touch and goes, Air Center 20.
Okay.
Okay, we've passed the beams because I was
So then let's
distracted.
configure quickly, yeah.
Configure to 18. Flaps at 1. A little bit less.
I still recommend you to confirm every single time, you know, make sure fuel pump.
Mixture, radios, fuel pump. Here we go.
Radios, no, radios should never touch them in flight.
Yeah. Just going to the next set of flaps. Maintaining downwind. Yeah, I can see an aircraft approaching the area.
No problem with that. So at this point, you want to have what airspeed?
75.
There you go. And it wasn't the power, it was your hand pushing a little bit too much, which is fine. Let's keep 75.
75. So I wasn't too fast on that approach, huh?
Nope.
It felt quick,
No.
but...
No. You can start your turn.
Starting my turn. Standard. Maintaining descent. Okay, I'm a little bit low, so I'm going to add a little bit of power. 75. Correcting, good. It's back on the right. Glide using my... Now I feel I have a little bit of a side drift.
Yeah, because we have a little bit of right crosswind, but again, when you're touching down, it's different. You know, the wind is different on different levels. If that's the case, and you have a little bit of wind coming from the right side, you want to use a little bit of aileron when you're touching down, so keep a little bit of... Now, you look pretty well, you look quite well, maintaining the center line, that's perfect. Airspeed is good, you can start smoothly, start walking it out. And yeah, small appliance of back pressure, just it. Just keep it here, keep it here, keep it here, apply back more back pressure. Well, that's the thing, you didn't kept it there. You...
What's that noise?
Flaps 0.
Okay, flaps.
Full power, full power, full power.
Full power.
Don't hesitate. Let's go with full power, okay? Immediately.
Rotate, 60.
Yes. Right rudder, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder.
I felt that was the main wheels first, and then the...
Yeah, it wasn't a bad landing at all. It was really good. I just think you could always keep it a little bit more.
Okay.
A little bit more. Always work A little bit more.
Okay, vertical good, airspeed good. Feeling
More right rudder.
all right rudder.
There you go, yeah.
Okay.
Let's stay on our 050.
Oh yeah, I moved.
And 79. Pull back, pull back, pull back.
Air Center 20, start your left crosswind, jet departure behind you.
Touch and go crosswinds. Starting crosswinds, Air Center 20.
There you go. That's all he wanted, you to start crosswind. Goes jet departing behind.
Air Sprint 675, turn right, heading 060, runway 5, clear for takeoff.
Right turn to heading 060 after takeoff, cleared takeoff, runway 5, Air Sprint 675.
Coming up 800. Now you never want to descend into a downwind pattern or into a landing pattern, but is it okay to climb into one or no?
What do you mean?
I read in the books you're not supposed to come down into a traffic pattern. You're supposed to enter at the right altitude.
Yeah.
Okay, 1000, so I'm going to level off.
Oh,
Air Center 20, traffic is citation departing runway 5, route 18, we'll report in sight.
we'll report inside when able. Yeah, traffic is inside Air Center 20.
Air Center 20, maintain visual separation from the traffic, runway 5, clear touch and go. Caution wake turbulence.
Maintaining visual separation, runway 5 clear for touch and go, Air Center 20.
Okay, so what you meant? Oh, when you're coming in, when you're joining a traffic pattern, you don't want to
I'm in.
No, yeah, you should be from above and you should descend. Yeah, like I mean, traffic pattern is 1,000 feet. This is area I would not fly below 1,000 feet ever.
Okay, let me just correct him.
There you go.
Nice jet.
Yep.
Air Sprint 675, contact Fort Myers departure 13442.
3442, Air Sprint 675, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit downwind. I feel like we're getting closer, but we shouldn't
It
be.
just has the feeling because the nose is a little bit.
It feels like, okay.
Yeah, the nose it is to the left.
Yeah.
There you go. Ready to configure. That's why you also see this better. You don't have to wait until it disappears under the wing.
Okay, ready to configure, dropping back to 1800. A bit quicker. And first set of flaps. Maintaining my 2-3.
Fuel pump on.
Mixture, fuel pump. So every flaps, what's your key to check? The flaps or the power?
I'm sorry.
What's
Yeah,
your memory key? Is it when you change flaps or when you move power or?
No. For me, it's depending on the situation. Like if I'm doing traffic pattern right now, I'm doing always in the same position. Once I'm turning base, I'm going to do flaps to 5. I'm going to, based on that, I'm just going to, okay, we can start turn. Once doing that, I always like to turn flaps to 5. I even do it like this, in the turn, because I like it's helping me with the turn. That's why. Power is low. From my perspective, I would immediately add power 1800. Keep that turn coming. You're not perpendicular to the runway. So you see, I want the wing to be parallel to the runway because I'm actually looking at my wing quite a lot.
Okay.
There we go. I'm already low because we took too much power out and we stayed with too much power out and we descended below the profile.
Okay, I'm going to turn in, and if we are low, I might not use the second set of flaps. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because the second set of flaps, they'll make me come in lower.
The third set of
the third set. I'm going to begin my turn. Just doing a gentle turn in. Okay, so I'm seeing
Actually quite
It's
good.
not bad.
So Lucy, you're a bit high, but your airspeed is a bit also high, so now you can adjust a little bit power or flaps, whatever you want.
Flaps.
And a little bit of power. 1900 for me doesn't work. No, you added power. You have to take power.
Remove. Sorry. I was wondering.
Okay, take some more power out because we are still very fast. We should be by now 70 and we are at 80. More power out.
I'm idle.
Okay, and now we don't want to land. And
I'm coming in.
And here we're just gonna.
I'm gonna just
stay
straighten
here,
out.
and we're gonna stay here, and we're gonna hold it here. Hold it.
Take off.
Hold it. You're not taking off. Hold it.
Holding.
You see how much we can hold it?
Yep.
That's what we wanna do. We wanna hold it until the best speed is to touch down is stall speed.
Right rudder.
Right rudder, wings level, right rudder.
A bit fast, so that's a bit more altitude. Straight of climb. Okay, 100 feet. Good. Everything is good. Temps in the green.
And you know, like you always have to keep track and think about: am I high? Am I low? Am I fast? Am I slow? You know, based on your position towards the runway. That's why a good practice is landing with no flaps, because then you have to control your power a little bit more. And you have to be more
Naples Tower, Sirius
proficient with that, I would say.
Takeoff at 5 Delta 1.
So we'll do no flaps landing.
Okay.
5150 Charlie, Naples Tower, runway 5 at Delta 1
Keep on
intersection
pulling,
departure.
79. Don't forget about anything. You always have to check
Takeoff
something.
5 Delta 1, 50 Charlie.
Turning left.
Keep that back pressure in there. Keep that back pressure in there. Airspeed is increasing. Keep that back pressure.
S720, make right traffic.
We can turn back. We are already on the left crossing, but we can turn back.
Just stay in the left crossing then.
Stay in the right.
S765, S720, make left traffic, and then on the next one you'll make right traffic.
Staying in the left for the moment, and next one we'll turn right, Air 720. This lady, she's...
Yeah, so...
There you go. Pitch, there you go, power. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Look at your runway. Don't forget this moment. At this moment, you should be looking at the runway because you don't want to travel too far out.
Okay. Now, because we're doing a no flaps, do we want to go a little bit further?
Nope. You don't need to go any...
Oh, you can keep the same...
Yeah, you can do it with your power. So let's think a little bit. If you have flaps, now you might create more lift, and you know it's easier to slow you down. But you know you can still create enough lift with your wing. However, the flaps are adding drag. So let's see, is your plane stabilized right now? Wants to climb, and you have a little bit too much power. So let's adjust the power first.
Power first, sorry.
Okay, so it's always pitch to maintain the altitude, power to maintain that airspeed, and then trim. Okay, if we're doing no flaps, we just want to keep maybe a little bit less power than usual. So if usually my prefer is 1800 RPM, you could do maybe on this one 1700 RPM. And obviously, because you have no flaps now to work with that, you're going to have to adjust the power as needed in order for you to maintain the same kind of descent profile.
And nose up to slow down, yeah?
Yeah. No, well,
a little bit.
If you're fast, you're just going to climb too much. You're going to climb out of the descent profile. So okay, let's configure. We passed it.
Oh, we passed it. So configuring to 17.
There you go. No flaps.
No flaps today.
Okay, don't let the nose drop. There you go. You're still in control of the plane. Don't look at the runway. There you go. Runway
720, runway 5, clear touch and go, report
85.
midfield.
That's not for us, is it?
Nope. There you go.
Okay, turning.
We still want to be around 85.
720, Naples Charger, copy.
Say again for Air Center 20, sorry about that.
Air 720, report midfield, each pass, and runway 5, clear touch and go, right traffic on the go.
Report midfield, each pass, clear touch and go, runway 5, Air Center 20.
There you go.
Right
okay.
traffic.
Now we got a little bit slow, or actually we are a bit fast, so let's correct, as you said, with the nose. Because we kind of forgot about it, and we took power out and we just let the nose drop, and it doesn't really work like that. You have to do some work. It's not a passive thing, it's an active. Flying the plane, you have to be active. So it feels like we are high, we are slow, we are not slow, we are low. Let's add some power.
Clear for takeoff, no delay. Runway 5, 8 Tango Bravo.
720, keep it square and slow, traffic RV departure ahead of your rails.
Square and slow, traffic inside, Air Center 20.
So do flaps and slow down, or?
No, we are good, we can keep it just like that. Okay, there you go, the plane is there, you can start your turn smoothly. Start your turn.
Oh, I feel fast.
You feel fast? Okay, slow it down then. Add a little bit of back pressure.
Naples Tower, 91 Alpha Kilo, hold short, runway 5 Delta 1, ready for departure.
91 Alpha Kilo, Naples Tower, roger.
So use your nose right now. Power is good, actually we are still a little bit low, we're still aiming for the number. Let the plane descend, let the plane descend. The plane is descend, let's take some power out. Let the plane descend, we still have to go for the number. Take some power out. Don't forget your aim. What's the purpose here? You need to land, okay? So let's start power out.
Power out.
Because we are fast. Power out, power out.
Idle.
Okay, cool. And now we're just gonna hold back pressure. Hold it here.
Holding it here.
More. Increase your back pressure.
Increasing.
Good. Beautiful.
Okay.
We can go.
Okay.
Well, there are no flaps.
No flaps today. We'll go full power. Airspeed 65. We can take off already.
Right.
I felt like I was sticking to the ground there a bit.
Yeah, but that's also happening if we don't use enough right rudder. You have to use right rudder. 79.
A bit quicker on checking that out.
So, yeah, we can't forget why we are here. What are we doing? No, we want to land. Okay, what's my purpose? I want to land on the number.
Aim
okay,
at the
then
number.
If you're on final and you're high, well, aim down. Okay, now I'm aiming towards the numbers. I'm getting fast. Okay, I don't have any flaps to slow myself down. I cannot pitch up only, because then I'm not going towards the number anymore. So take power out. So you have to adjust your...
Clear for takeoff, runway 5 Delta 1, left on course, 91 Alpha Kilo.
Okay, so let's stay on 050 heading.
050.
Okay, 600, looking good.
700, we're going to do a right turn.
Yes, sir.
700, right turn. Maintain. Looking out the window. I was going to ask you that. So when we were mid, when she said right traffic after, that wasn't clearance to touch and go?
No.
Okay.
She has to say it clear touch and go, runway 5. Okay, look at the runway. You see, we turn a little bit more because now the wing is not parallel to the runway anymore. Okay, parallel, keep the... There you go. This is where you want to keep it.
We climbed a bit higher than that one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go into my downwind.
I agree.
And I'm going to make sure I report down midfield. Midfield right, yeah? Right pattern. Still climbing.
It's still right now in. No need to say right pattern, just midfield right down.
Right down.
November 91 Alpha Kilo, contact Fort Myers departure 13442.
Okay, let's
Over
level.
departure 3442, have a great
Now,
day. 91
we
Alpha
know the
Kilo.
wind was coming from the left and we don't want to get pushed
That way.
into the runway, so we have to correct with a little bit of left, rather, a little bit more, a little bit more. So our ground movement, our movement over the ground goes straight parallel to the runway, and that's what we are looking for, but the nose is pointing to the left. Now, how much is pointing to on the side is depending on the wind intensity. Now, we might be overcorrecting right now, and our airspeed might be a little bit too high. So just bring it back to 230. There you go. We're overcorrecting a little bit too much. And how I know that? Because I trust the GPS. Even though I can fly it visually, you know, I still trust that calculation. So maintaining the altitude, that's gonna slow us down to 90. And
I'm gonna report.
yep, report.
Right, midfield right. Naples Tower Air Center 20 reporting midfield right.
Center 20, runway 5, clear, touch and go.
Clear, touch and go, Air Center 20.
Okay, so we pass that. Let's configure. We cannot forget our position.
Okay. Go back to 18. Flaps.
Okay, make sure full reach will pop on and let the plane descend at 85.
85.
As we are staying parallel to the runway. There we go. There we go. Just like
I'm gonna
that.
aim for that small ship over there.
As I said, ships.
They move.
They move. There you go.
Okay, I'm where the
Relax
I'm
your
45.
hand.
I'm 45 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 45 degrees. So I'm going to begin my turn to the right. This is nice to try it on the right. And good rate of turn. Keeping an eye on the thing. Okay. I'm going to add the flaps now in this turn. Push down on the
Yoke a bit. Yep. Every time you add flaps, you have to contract
everything.
the nose movement.
Opposite this round.
And again, I'm looking for my wing to be approximately parallel to the runway.
Okay,
My
so
airspeed should be 75. So there we go. Wing parallel to the runway. Yeah, this is where I should be traveling.
bring the power back a little bit to 75.
Not the
bit,
airspeed to the 75,
Yeah,
not the power. The
yeah.
power should have stayed where it was. There you go.
Okay, maintaining down. Okay, I'm going to start my turn.
Okie doke.
And we're a little bit high.
That's. If you see one dot deviation, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would.
Okay. Lining up with the 5. I've gone a bit too shallow. I feel we're quite fast. What are we, 85, yeah.
We're 80. So, okay, let's do flaps 40. That's going to slow us down.
Flaps 40.
Keeping the nose, aiming for the number 5. If you feel you're fast, you can slow down yourself a little bit. But you see, adding flaps, it also took some power, some airspeed away.
Yeah.
So that's why if you have the option to do flaps first, do the flaps first, and then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to start walking the power out because we're over the
threshold.
Okay, and now we're going to slowly lift up into ground effect.
There you
I'm
go.
going to try
Just look at the end of the runway. Okay.
Flaps full. Down. Full power all the way in. And 55.
Right rudder.
Right rudder. And 60.
Staying on the center line. Staying on the center line is very, very important.
Our speed is climbing. 76. 77. 78. Was that a smooth touchdown or a
It was
hard
a very
one?
smooth. It was a very smooth touchdown. It was very beautiful. You see that you kept the power all the way to the moment you touched down. That's also very good. You know, like if you keep a little bit, that's fine. You know, I don't care. You can do that. It's about you controlling the plane. but you have to be conscious what you're doing. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, 500. Bit more bump, 600. I'm turning right a bit, so that's correct. And 700, I'm going to begin my right turn. Standard rate of turn, keep the climb. $700. Much harder to see out the right.
Yep, I know.
Okay, we're coming up 1,000. So I'm just going to drop. Trigger to 2-3. Bit less. Okay. I'm just going to wait till my wing's about the end of that other runway. Okay, good. We're going to turn now.
Now remember, where's the wind coming from?
The wind is coming 90.
Where is it coming from?
This way.
So it's coming from the south, yeah, from your left. Now if you turn a little bit early, the wind is also pushing you towards the runway, you're cheating yourself. You know, waiting until the end of the other runway, I don't think that's
Okay, it's not a good idea.
the best idea. Like, I've never seen you do that before.
Okay.
And I think that's a little bit early.
Okay. So I'm going to correct by getting a bit more separation.
Okay, look. Like right now, look
Too
at
close.
it. Right now you're flying quite parallel to the runway.
And my angle is quite, okay, it's a stronger wind up here than I am.
Yeah, it's 21 knots right now.
And how do you know that?
I won't tell you because I don't want you to focus on this.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, you got over 20 knots of crosswind right now.
Okay, so not like 4. Okay.
24 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a big difference between the wind up here and the wind at the runway. That's what you care. Okay, midfield, let's make the call.
Naples Tower Air Center, midfield right.
Air Center 20, runway 5, clear, touch and go.
Runway 5, clear, touch and go, Air Center 20.
Okay, let's check our airspeed a little bit. We're a bit fast.
100, we're fast. So I'm going to use power to slow down.
Yeah, just bring it to 23.0. There you go, perfect. We are a beam, let's configure.
We're a beam, we're configuring, 18. Flaps to 1.
Okay, make sure full reach will pump on. Staying on the same. We are aiming maybe towards Gordon's Pass right now. So that's Gordon's Pass, where the water gets into. Okay, 85, we're looking good. We are descending, we're checking the runway.
45 degrees, I'm happy to turn. Now we're turning with the, is that okay?
Yeah, keep on turning. Now, when you're turning, yeah, you have tailwind pushing you, so it's going to shorten your base. Keep the nose down, keep the nose down. There we go.
So shallower turn, yeah, because of the wind is under my wing?
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, okay. You just feel it?
Yeah, I'm trying to feel. I was just focusing more on the fact that it's going to shorten our base. Okay, good. So you see how we're a lot faster. 75, keep 75, apply a bit of back pressure. There you go. Good. And because we are getting pushed this time, you can start your turn earlier. And keeping that 75, keeping the nose down.
I'm speeding up, what do I do?
Just add flaps 40, first of all.
Adding flaps 40.
Push the nose down.
Pushing the nose down.
There you go. So now it's gonna slow you down a little bit. Let's get aligned with the runway first. Let's take a little bit of power out.
Okay, we're still a bit fast.
That's probably fine. There we go. Look at that. Our airspeed is decreasing. Our altitude keeps on taking some power out. Now keep that right wing into right aileron. There you go. But what happens now? If you want to stay over the center line, right aileron, airspeed is 70, it's perfect. So right aileron, right right aileron, right aileron, right aileron, and if we don't really need to here because
I feel we're...
oh, I want to hear that stall warning horn.
What's that noise?
That was a stall warning horn.
No, the...
Horn. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, that was a stall warning horn, letting you know that you are about to stall. But if you're in the same time touching down, that's a perfect landing. You want to be at that airspeed when you're touching down. I think there might be something.
I don't feel the flaps are quite... not the flaps, the rudder. It's da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Huh. What do you mean?
Can I change the fuel tank? Because I feel we've been on this one for a while.
Yeah, we can change it. If you want, we'll change it on downwind. But we are still, yeah, we can change it to the right one once we are downwind.
Okay.
I didn't change it on purpose last time when we got the notification because I was looking at the gauges and it looked, we are still fine. But yeah, now we have more in the, in a climb, anyway, they're not going to be accurate. You have to be straight and level.
Okay.
So what were you telling me about the rudder?
The pedals, they da-da-da-da-da. Is that normal for takeoff or?
It's normal to feel some vibration. Now in Cessna, you're going to feel even more vibration, especially after takeoff. You're going to feel so much vibration because the wheels are still spinning and you have to step on the brakes after takeoff just to stop that vibration.
Okay. That's a bit steep, Josh.
20, you're looking good. Keep that turn coming, you keep on looking at the runway. Okay, wing is almost parallel, perfect. We can level it, there we go. Now we're still climbing, we still have a bit to climb, so let's apply that back pressure. Don't get lazy in the last moment. There you go. Let's get to 1000 now. We can pitch, bring the power back and trim if we need to. There you go, 2300, looks pretty good. We're flying against the wind, so we can take a second or two until we start our turn.
I'm just going to descend a little bit, but we are descending.
But yeah, we are already descending, so we can start our turn.
Okay, beginning our turn.
Now we are turning into the wind, and this is where you want to make it usually shallower. And when you're turning away from the wind, you want to make it steeper. So still keep some bank in there. Good. And this is a lot better distance because also when we stay close, we have a shorter base. Now our ground track is a lot shorter. That means we have we're gonna always be high, and then we correct that by pitching down, and now we're gonna be like fast. So what we are usually used to with our settings, they're not gonna apply anymore. My controls first.
Your controls.
We can make the calls. Want to see if the plane, why is it climbing? But it's not climbing. I think it was you a little bit, pulling on the yoke.
It feels right, yeah.
Power. Oh, 23, midfield, yes.
Naples Tower, Air Center, 20, midfield, right.
Midfield right downwind.
Air Center 20, runway 5, clear touch and go.
Runway 5, clear touch and go, Air Center 20.
Okay, now we're gonna still keep a little bit of control. And I'm curious how, what you said about touching. Okay.
This is off, yeah? Just want to make sure
it's off, yeah. Okay, cool. 1000, still a bit fast, we can configure. Let's configure.
Okay, we're configuring, yeah. 1800.
Don't let the plane turn.
Don't let it turn, keep it straight.
There you go. And we're still looking, are we still on 230? There we go. For that diamond. Okie doke. Cool. Perfect. Yep, keep 85, so let the nose descend a tiny bit. There we go, looking good.
Okay. I feel our last turns have been a little bit tight, so it's okay if I go a little bit further.
Yeah, the last turns we were also closer, so yeah, okay.
Runway 5, clear touch and go.
Me?
Yeah. Runway 5 clear, touch and go. Air Center 20.
Okay, we can start our turn. We're gonna smoothen our turn a little bit.
Didn't she already clear
Yeah.
me? She's clearing me again.
Yeah, but you know, in low time activity, low time,
Talk more.
you actually pay less attention. So let's keep on turning. Let's keep on turning, because we said when we have now tailwind, we have to increase our turn a bit. Good.
Okay. Still we're...
Watch your ears, don't put the nose down too much. Apply back pressure a bit. There you go.
Okay, forward pressure because we just
Forward.
swooped.
Yes, sir. Forward pressure, good.
This feels a bit better now, distance-wise.
Okay.
Okay, I'm turning into final.
Yeah, if you have a longer final, guess what? You have more time to adjust yourself and correct yourself, whatever you need to do. Now, at flaps 25, airspeed 85, I think we are a bit fast.
At the last flaps.
Hand on the throttle. And let's correct ourselves, let's slow down to 70.
Too much.
Still want to descend.
Airspeed 77 is a bit fast, but
Let's take more power out then.
a little bit more power out.
There you go, apply a bit of back pressure, that's how you're controlling airspeed and...
Okay.
Okay, so you
Flying
see how
down,
you're keeping
down,
a little
down.
bit... Yeah.
And straighten,
Hold.
straighten.
Hold it here.
Straighten, straight.
Okay, so now the wind is kind of flap 0.
$52, $53, $57, begin. And I'm just going to touch the brakes.
Right, rather, don't touch the brakes now. You shouldn't touch the brakes while we are...
59 Juliet Victor ready at Alpha.
Not now, sorry. I didn't say that right.
59 Juliet Victor.
Yeah, you can touch them after
straight out departure.
rotation.
Straight out departure, clear for takeoff,
79,
runway 5.
79, get away from the ground. Get away from the ground always. As soon or as early as possible.
Trying to turn a little bit more back to 50.
Okay.
Okay. Airspeed is good, climb is good, altitude 600. Temps in green. Pumping, 700 turning right. Climbing. Speed is good. Okay.
Yep. Don't
Maintain the
let
climb.
the nose down.
Maintain the climb.
A little bit more turn to the right.
More turn, reaching 1000. Correcting the pitch.
Never stop the climb until you reach your altitude. Okie doke. Now we can change the fuel tank if you really want. If you want, fuel pump on.
Just as if you're not there, you know, just for peace of mind.
Yeah, just change it. Okay, perfect, good.
Changed. Check fuel pump on. Now I just moved a bit, so I want to check my...
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Let's look at the runway. Are we good with the runway?
Yeah.
Seems like we're good. How far are we?
We're a good distance away now. We can turn slowly.
So let's start our turn. Now let's check your altitude.
Climbing.
You're climbing, why?
I'm pulling on the yoke.
Okay, don't pull on the yoke then. How is your power?
Power is good. A little bit fast, but good.
A little bit fast, yeah, so we can adjust like 50 RPM, good. How is your altitude?
High.
Okay, so let's get back. Actively correct to get back to 1000. Not that much, don't.
Not that much.
You actively correct, but you don't want to put the plane like in a dive, you know? Okay, because that's going to affect everything, RPM, everything. Now, what's your airspeed right now?
Airspeed is 100, a little bit fast.
So you're 103. That's actually, you're not even allowed to use flaps at that airspeed. So let's
come back on the power a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting the. I'm gonna trim down a little bit.
Trim. There you go. Okay, you're descending right now. You're still a bit fast. Hold to the altitude. You're getting closer to the runway, so you add a little bit of left rudder.
Yep.
Left rudder. Keep the wings level.
Now what can I do to slow down if I don't want to come back on power?
Well, you're descending right now. Well, why wouldn't you want to come back on power?
Okay, wait. I was told them.
Request a couple touch and goes with a full stop with Oscar.
Air Tower, Naples Tower, Air Center 20, midfield, right. Sorry, I'm missing one word.
Center 20, is a full stop or touch and go?
Next, touch and go.
Touch and go.
Air
Center 20.
Center 20, runway 5, clear touch and go.
Runway 5, clear of touch and go, Air Center 20.
Okay, let's configure, no waste time.
Number 468, Tango Bravo.
You took a little bit.
Right traffic,
Power.
report 2 east of the airport, right
Power.
Power.
Flap stand.
For the midfield,
Come on,
right
fast.
downwind
Boom.
for runway 5.
There you go, make sure full reach, full pump on. We don't miss those, keeping the nose down. There we go. We just changed the fuel tank, no problem with that. Let's look at the runway. Okay, looking good. 85 looking good, distance is good. We can start smoothly, start our turn. We're gonna get pushed by the wind, so we can start our turn. 20 degrees of bank. Good, keeping the nose down. Waiting to keep that turn coming till we are wing is parallel to the runway. What's your airspeed is increasing, so let's correct on that. Good, wing is parallel to the runway. Looking good.
with information, Oscar.
Flaps to 5, because we are on pace, push the nose
Number
down.
284, Romeo Alpha, Naples Tower, make left traffic, report a midfield, left downwind, runway 5. We'll report midfield downwind, runway 5, for Romeo Alpha.
Okay. We can start.
I'm still a little bit fast, so.
Okay, let's start our turn. Okay, you can adjust a little bit of power if you want, just a tiny bit, that's it. Okay, flaps for 0. Nose down, aiming for number 5. Runway. So we have to do right aileron, right rudder right now, because we have to get back on the center line. Good. So we are on the center line right now. We're trying to maintain this now. At this point, we want to stay with the, when we are touching down with the nose aligned with the runway. Yeah, applying a little bit of back pressure so we don't sink. Kidoke, but we are still going towards the numbers. Good. Now, if the wind is coming from the right, we might need to do a little bit of right aileron, but that comes with left rudder. Right aileron, left, a bit of left rudder, just a tiny bit. That's not too much. Cool. And now we're just waiting, and we're Kidoke, flaps go 0, full power. So it's not like you can put the yoke and keep it in there, you know. You kind of have to smoothly adjust a little bit, and then the same with the nose. Right rudder. The same with the nose. How much do we need to, you know, to use left rudder? Well, depends on in that second how much wind we got.
Center 20, continue northeastbound, fly northeastbound, you're number 2.
Northeastbound.
And follow an RV a mile east of the airport. He's along the interstate, joining the right downwind at 1,000 feet. When you see the RV, follow the RV.
That was too much.
We're gonna fly northeastbound, looking for that RV to join it in the right traffic pattern behind Air Center 20.
468 Tango Bravo, extend downwind, I'll call your base.
What's an RV?
Downwind, you'll call our base.
All plane. Those
Number 284 Romeo Alpha, you're number 1, runway 5, clear to land.
Clear Clear to land, runway 5, 4 Romeo Alpha.
So that's on the downwind, yeah?
Yeah, let's keep 79. Especially with this smoke, we want to get out of it. We're gonna make this a full stop after.
Okay.
That's the RV, you see it right there?
Yep.
Stay on the 050 in the meantime. And if you have the traffic, you can make the call, say that you have it inbound.
Naples Tower, Air Center 20, I have the RV in sight, over. Sorry, over.
Center 20, follow the RV.
Following the RV, Air Center 20.
There you go, you can level, start your turn. But you see, this lady, she has we can start our turn at the same time. She has a special way to make things complicated. Why the fuck did she, I'm sorry, I'm cursing. Yeah. Why did she have to say fly northeast, you know, complicated, especially with somebody doing touch and goes, they're probably in the beginning stages of flying.
Yeah.
So why did she have to say northeast? Just say on runway heading, you know?
Yeah.
Or continue on your upwind. Would have been so much easier, not confusing you.
I kind of understood what she wanted, but to repeat it all with the interstate and the RV and
yeah, you don't have to repeat everything.
Oh, you don't?
No. So keep the nose down a little bit because you're climbing. No, your heading is good. Just nose. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, you don't have to repeat everything. Say, yeah, looking for that northeast. Take the main key
information.
Points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northeast, looking for that RV, and that's it.
Okay, I understood that. That's good.
Yeah. You can start your turn. Again, checking your airspeed, your altitude, your fast, your high, you're very high. Stop pulling on the control. Take some power out because you're fast and high. There you go.
For traffic, Tango Bravo. Traffic in sight, Tango Bravo.
November 468 Tango Bravo, number 2, runway 5, clear touch and go, make right traffic on the go.
Clear touch and go, right traffic, Tango Bravo.
Beautiful.
Okay, I've lost sight of that RV, but it's somewhere in front of us.
Really far in front of us.
Okay, airspeed's a little bit fast still, we're at 100.
Okay, so what do we do? We should be in our 90 to 95.
Can I go back on power?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Now, if you go back on power, don't take too much power. You have to initially take a little bit of power, hold the altitude, and that's going to slow you down. Now, if you change your pitch, you change your power, guess what you have to do right now? Retrim. It's pitch, power, trim. So you change power, you changed
pitch.
Now let's trim. Maintain that altitude. Trim a bit
Romeo
more.
Alpha, turn right Alpha 3, are you taxi back?
We'll actually go to the FBO for a little bit for Romeo Alpha.
You're descending below. Now you took more power out. No.
Cross runway 14 at Alpha.
Once you correct it, you keep that.
Cross runway 14 at Alpha via Alpha for Romeo Alpha.
Let's make the call and make it a full stop.
Naples Tower, Air Center 20, reporting midfield right, requesting full stop.
Center 20, number 2, runway 5, clear to land.
Runway 5, clear to land, Air Center 20.
Number 2.
Number 2, Air Center 20.
There you go. Let's configure. And you see you're already 100 feet below. That's going to affect your traffic pattern. That's why it's so important to maintain that altitude beyond. Push the nose down, push the nose down.
Airspeed is 80, 84. Watching the other plane land. That's number 1. Is there a number? We're
Yep.
number 2?
Yeah.
I thought it was a black plane, but I guess that was the sun.
Okay. How is your distance? Your traffic pattern good?
I want to go a bit further away.
Okay. Then you add a little bit of power, maybe.
Oh, because we're a bit low.
Yeah. No, because you're extending now, so it's not going to work out anymore.
Okay, I'll turn.
That's why.
Turning.
Keep the nose down. Turn. You're not done with the base. Don't stop a turn until you are
Finished.
Finished.
We want a nice square line picture. I'm going to put flaps. 2.
Okay, wing parallel to the runway, level the wings. How is your airspeed?
Fast.
Okay, take power out. Not completely, but yeah, where it's supposed to be. There you go. 1700 looks pretty good.
Okay, turning into base.
Oh, turning into final.
Turning into final, sorry. Airspeed is a little bit fast, 85.
Okay.
Flaps full. Are they already full? I can't
Okay,
remember.
keep that turn coming. Don't overshoot. Don't let the wind push you. Right aileron, right rudder.
Right
There you
aileron,
go.
right rudder, correct.
There we go. We got back where we need to be right now. Cool. Adjust your power as needed. You're high. You're 75. Okay.
Keeping 5 in sight. Flying towards the 5.
Yeah.
Airspeed is...
I'm keeping the tower also in sight, but that's not what you want to do. You want to aim for the 5.
Aiming for the 5.
A little bit of right aileron. Get yourself on the center line. Good. There you go. Beautiful. You see how you're thinking? Pull back a little bit. Pull back. There you go. Now take power out and don't rush with it. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. Smoother, smoother. Apply back pressure, back. You have to apply smooth back pressure continuously. You don't, even now you should be still applying back pressure. There you go. Let me see. My controls first.
Your controls.
What's wrong with this plane? My controls, my controls.
Your controls, I'm not touching, I'm not touching.
0, nice job. Taxi to the Air Center via Alpha, cross runway 14 at Alpha with this frequency.
You can repeat.
Returning to Air Center, crossing runway 14.
Via Alpha.
Air Center 20.
Okay. This plane is not, something is really wrong with it.
It's not the handbrake, huh?
No.
Do you feel what I mean with the pedals? It was a bit...
Yeah. Okay. It was the parking brake.
Not released properly?
Yeah. Okay.
Full tower, RV 468 Tango Bravo. This next one will be a full stop.
Okay, we've been cleared to cross it left, right, clear, continue, no
468
delays.
Tango Bravo, runway 5, clear to land.
Clear to land, 8 Tango Bravo.
Okay. Yeah, you see how the wind is changing and it increased a little bit. When you have crosswind, we have to do a little bit of we have to do wind, wind correction. So we had right crosswind here, so we had to do a little bit of right aileron, and then it's perfect when you're high, you're on your final.
You can turn.
You can use right aileron and right rudder, just to keep you crabbed towards the runway. Now, in the last moment, you will have to use a little bit of left rudder in order to align your nose.
You come and then you swing right. You swing to the correct.
You swing, yeah, exactly,
straight.
to bring the nose down. Now, aileron, you don't have to swing it. It's still gonna stay in the same. It's still gonna stay in the same, direction towards the wind.
So to swing you're using your rudders.
Only rudders.
Only rudders.
Only rudders.
And you're keeping this aileron deflected
into
right
the
a
wind.
bit.
Exactly. You have to do that, yeah.
I'm just using the brakes a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that brake got stuck a little bit there.
Okay. I felt it was a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
why I felt
how
like
did
we're
you-
also we're slowing down too much.
How did you release it? Did you just pull it and
I know.
shake it? Or?
Yeah, I just played with
Played
it a
with it,
little
okay.
bit, yanked it a bit.
Okay. Go slow. A nice jet and also our nice planes.
Yeah. Reliable, not nice.
Reliable. to the right, huh?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you use your brakes now or no?
No, I just use full left. There. Now if I'm getting too close, now I'm using only left brake a little bit. But we don't have enough power, so mind controls for a second.
Go controls.
So now I'm using left brake also. Okay, good enough.
So we're coming into land. I just want to feel this right.
Yeah.
The wind is coming.
You don't want to stop the engine?
Yes, I'll stop the engine.
52871.
Everything off. Top, top, top.
November 468 Tango Bravo, turn left on Bravo, taxi direct there via Bravo on the street.
Left on Bravo, taxi direct via Bravo on